Hello, and welcome to another huge quiz video. So, this time I will be attacking Africa City Grid Challenge on 10. Now, I know what you're thinking. I've already done the World City Grid Challenge Advanced on 10. However, this is slightly different. The grid squares are the same, but some of the cities are different. So this is not updated. So this quiz has the South African suburbs of the major cities. So, and also there are some cities that are different that have alternate spellings and all that. So let's get started. So as always, I'm going to start in the northeast with Egypt. Let's get Cairo. Alexandria is in the score on the left, but I'm just getting the big ones out of the way. Giza, Shubra, El Kema, Port Said, Suez, El Mansoura, Mahala El Kubra, and Tanta Fayoum is Yut El Kusas, Ismailia Zagazig, 6th of October. And there's one Luxor, Kana, Sohag, Minya, Beni, gimme Beni and Dirsi, Beni Suef, and Mersa Metra. Those are all the ones in Egypt. And then let's get Libya, Beta, Tobruk, Derna, Marj. We have Ajd Beer, and I am missing a city. Benghazi. And let's get Tripoli, Misrata, El Kums. I think those are all the ones in the. Oh yeah, and Tarhuna is there as well. And then the rest are all in Tunisia, Tunis, Sfax, Sousse, Kairouan, Sidi Hassin, and Wasukra. Okay. And let's get Saba in Libya and Tamanrasset in Algeria out of the way. Okay. Algiers. Iran is in the scoring left, just getting that out of the way. Constantine, Annaba, Botna, Biskra. Let's get Tabessa, Satif, El Wed, Jelfa, and Blida. And then let's get Morocco. Casablanca, Fez, Tangier, Marrakesh, Saleh, Ujder, Meknes, Rabat, and Agadir. Okay, Funchal, the only one in that square. Now let's get Guelmim. We have Laayoune and Dakhla. And then we got Nuad Hebo. And then the rest in the Canaries, Las Palmas, Santa Cruz, La Laguna, Telda, Arona, Santa Lucia de Tirayana. Okay, and then we got Tiznit and Adrar, Praia and Mandelo, Cabo Verde, Nouakchott. Let's get Dakar, Tuba, Thies, St. Louis, Kalak, Rufisque, Mabor, Ziguinchor, and Bissau. Then we got Bamako, Sikasso, Segu, Kutiala, and then Ouagadougou, Bobo, give me Po in Sierra Leone, Bobo du Lasso, Koudougou, Wahiguya, and then Seguiri and Kankan in Guinea. And let's get Conakry, Manea, Dubreuilka, and then let's get Freetown, Ariabo, Kanema, Kwedu, McKinney, and then Monrovia in Liberia, and Kissidougou in Guinea. Alright. Let's get. We have Abidjan, Bouake, Korhogo, Deloa, Yamoussoukro. And let's get the rest of them in Ghana, Accra, Kumasi, Tamale, Takoradi, and Sekondi. And let's get Niamey, Zinder, and Maradi in Niger. And then we got Sokoto, Kano, Kaduna. And we got Zaria, and Bauchi, and Gusau. There's one more. What was the last one? It's not. Abuja is in the square below it. What was the last one? That square. No, it was Katsina. Yeah. Okay. Let's go down here. So, Douala. And we got Lomé. And let's get Lagos, Ibadan. And we have Port Harcourt, Benin City, Lauren, Aba, and Warri. There we go. And then let's get Potiskum, Maiduguri. And let's get, we have Gombe. And let's get Marua, Kuseri, and N'Djamena. Okay, let's get all the Sudan ones. So, Omdurman, Khartoum, North, El Obeid. Let's get El Junaina, Kas, Niala, El Fashir. Let's get Abetche and Chad. And we have Kadugli, Dilling, in Nahud, Ardamat, and Baram. And then let's get Port Sudan, Kassala, Asmara. And we have, I think those are all of the Sudan ones. And then let's get Addis Ababa, Adama, Dir Dawa, Mekelle, Gondar, Bahir Dar, complete that square, Djibouti, and then we got Hargeisa, Berko, Berbera, Bosaso, Mogadishu, Merka, Baidoa, Galkayo, Jamame, Harar, Jijiga. And let's get, we have Nairobi, Nakuru, Kisumu, Eldoret, Ruiru, Thika's not there. Alright, Mombasa, Malindi, Kismayo, and, okay, let's get Jimma, Hawassa, and then we got the Uganda ones, Kampala, Nansana, Kira, Makindye, Saba, Gabo, and Kayangara. Alright, let's go over here now. So, Yaoundé, oops, mistypes that, Yaoundé, Bamenda, Bafoussam, Nagaoundéré, Garua, Bangui, and then Jalingo, Jametta, Bundaka, DRC, and Mundo and Chad. Okay, let's get Wau and Yombio in South Sudan. And then we got, we have Bunia, no, Bumba is there. And then Asiro, Kisangani, Wasala, and then we have a whale, and then I have a couple more. Goma's down there, Butembo, and in the World City Grid Challenge Advanced 10, the 10th one is Bambari in Central African Republic. However, in this one, it is Mapondwe. Okay, it accepted just Mapondwe. Mapondwe Lubihira is the full name, but thankfully, Huge Quiz was kind in this instance. Let's get Port Gentil, and then let's get Kinshasa, Messina, Kikwit, Matadi, and then let's get, we have Brazzaville, Pointe Noire, and then let's get Luanda, Cabinda, Wige, and Malanye. Mistyped that. There we go. Okay, we have Mabuji Mai, Kananga. And let's get, Sorimo in Angola, Kigali, Gisenyi, Bujumbura, and then let's get Bukavu, and we have Goma. I already got Goma. Let's see, okay, we have Tishikapa, and then we have a couple more. We have Uvira, and what was the last one? Lebo's on that square now. What was the last one on that square? Oh, yes, Kigoma in Tanzania. Okay, then we got Dar es Salaam, and then Mwanza, Arusha, and then the last one that square is different. It's not it's actually Zanzibar, so Dodoma and Mbeya are not in this one. Let's go here now. We have Mtwara in Tanzania, and then we got Pemba, Nakala, Porto, Monapo, and I think those are all the ones in Mozambique, and the rest are in Madagascar. So we have Moroni and Comoros, and then let's get, so we have, yes, so Antananarivo, Tuamasina, Antsirab, Mahajanga, and Antsiranana, and then we have Sambava, Antalaha, and let's get South Madagascar. So Fiona, Rant, Soa, Moran, Dava, Toyara, Ambo Vombe, and Taulanaro. There's no G in this instance. And let's get Port Louis, Echoes Phoenix, Cure Pipe, Quatre Borns, and Beaubasson Rose Hill in Mauritius. And then Réunion, we have Saint Denis, Saint Pierre, Saint Andre, Saint Paul, and Les Tampons. Okay. Let's go here now. So, Lilongwe and Blantyre in Malawi, and then we got Harare, Chitungwiza, and then let's get Nampula, Beira, Quelimane, and then Chimoio, and Lachinga. Oh, there's one more. What was the last one that's square? It's not Tet. It was... Pula wasn't Masasi. It's not Songea. What was the last one? Or was it? No, it's not Epworth. What was the last one that's square? was Mokuba. There we go. Okay, let's go here now in Zambia. Well, first let's get Lubumbashi, Kolwezi, and Wakasi in DRC. And then we got Zambia, Lusaka, Kitwe, Ndola, Kabwe, Livingston, Mufu, Lira, and Chingola. And then we got, let's get Angola, Huambo, Lubongo, Benguela, Lobito, Quito, oops, mistyped that, Quito, Luena, Mononge, we got Mokamedes, and then Sumbe and Kala. And then Windhoek, or Namibia, Windhoek, and Walvis Bay. Swakopmund is not in this quiz. And now we have the final and disastrous part, the kind of brutal part. So we'll start here. So we got Maputo, Matola, and Manhica in Mozambique. And then we have Durban and Pietermaritzburg. And now we have the Durban area cities, which are suburbs, and they're not in like the different city quizzes. So they are Chatsworth, Umlazi, and then KwaMashu, and Inanda, and Phoenix. And now let's go over here to Johannesburg, Pretoria. Maseru is also there, and so is Bulawayo. And so Johannesburg and Pretoria, we got. Yeah, did I get Johannesburg and Pretoria? Yeah, I got Johannesburg and Pretoria. There's one, yes, and Soshanguve is also there. However, the rest of these are all suburbs that are not considered in the other quizzes. So Soweto, Tembisa, Kettlehong, Randburg, and Mamelodi. Okay, now down here, let's get Port Elizabeth, Uitenhage, East London, Queenstown, King William's Town, Medont Saune, and then the rest are all Port Elizabeth suburbs. They're not considered, so they are Bethelsdorp, Motherwell, and then Kwa no Bule, and Ibai. And now finally we have Cape Town and the areas of Cape Town. So Cape Town, and we got Athlone, also city in Ireland, Delft, also city in the Netherlands. And we have Khayelitsha, Kraaifontein, and then we got Mitchell's Plain, Parow, Philippi, and then we have Belleville and Bloberg. And those are all the cities that are in the Africa City Grid Challenge City Grid Challenge 10.